Ladies and gentlemen, you thought it was just going to be the controversy king, Wyatt Black, tonight? Not so fast, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the biggest draw yet to start the season of fall. And boy, is it going to be in full swing tomorrow night. But before that, we get a preview in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that these men and the WVWF most certainly helped build, Sportswire Radio. And we're going to talk about how one team is going to cease and desist, literally. We're going to talk about another man who 3 months in the making is going to get some steel that, let's just say, he's not going to have any kryptonite for. And then we're going to talk about, maybe that Mountain State Championship coming home, and we've got a women's championship here in possession of the draw. Yeah, I'll talk about that draw because win, lose, or draw, these guys are on top. And I'm not seeing things because we've got the man on top, the man that runs the place, the man that runs the show, the man that is the most dominant champion in not only all of West Virginia, but maybe in the Midwest and the Northeast. And he's here for the first time. And baby, I can't wait for this. Plus, I've got something for these guys. I'm sure Courtney Wood's not tuned into this one. It's been a rough week for her. I'm sure that she's going to be nowhere to be found. But I promise you, you're going to want to be found listening to this one because you don't want to be next on their hit list. Looking at you, Cease and Desist. Looking at you, Nate Steele. And even looking at you, Chase Maddox and Dax Preacher, and who knows, whoever else. But since we are starting things here, and this may be the season of fall, although we're still in that middle summer heat wave like in effect on Sportswire Radio, because you're going to see plenty of shots here fired. Trust me on that. But in the famous words of Def Leppard frontman Joe Elliott, let's get rock, baby, because I see our chat is here, and I see these men, they want their long-awaited, overdue introduction for a platform that they have most certainly helped build. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it here on Sportswire Radio, the number one global radio station where all music and wrestling matters. So, with that, wait for it! Further ado, on the Sports Report.
Yeah, he's still going.
Number one. The premier group in all of West Virginia. They are, simply put, the and third of the WVWF Tag Team Champions of the World, and soon to be the number one contender for the Mountain State Championship. His name is simply put, and the man that is one of the most controversial figures, not just in wrestling history, but in Sportswire Radio history. A man that is the youngest hybrid champion in the WWF's history, and one of the youngest tag team and women's champions of the world. His name is simply put, the Controversy King. Wyatt Black! And the man that sits on the throne of the premier wrestling company around in West Virginia, the reigning, defending WVWF World Heavyweight champion and 1/3 of the WVWF Tag Team Champions. His name is simply put Aaron James! The champs are here! Fellas, how are we doing?
Damn right. Damn right.
Fantastic, Tom. Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
It's an absolute. This was unexpected. This was definitely one
Yeah,
I didn't have on my bingo card, but the controversy king Wyatt Black does it again, and obviously an absolute honor to meet you, champ. And Tony saying certainly an honor to meet you. We've talked quite a bit about you over the past few months, and champ, Mr. James, we spoke plenty about you over the past going on 5 months. And well, Wyatt Black, you certainly have become one of the most controversial figures in Sportswire radio history, but you've backed it up. But I'm going to go to Aaron James here first because he is the man that runs the place in the WVWF, and I want to give him the opportunity to speak, and especially for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that he, the draw in the WVWF, most certainly helped build. Sportswire radio champ, talk to me about what's in store coming up less than 24 hours from now, season of fall, where you and Wyatt Black are in action defending those tag team championships of the world.
First and foremost, again, I want to say thank you for having us on here.
Sure.
Secondly, dominance, as always. If you've watched anything from the Syndicate to the Institute to now the Draw, you know what it is dominance. See, Chris and Dan, we have a bunch of respect for them, but they just decided to put their nose where it didn't belong, jump in our business. And see, we had this little tag tournament, and they were kind of in it. But
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Kind of.
Yeah, like they were there, but like Chris Phoenix must have been flying around in there or something. I don't know.
He's a rare bird, apparently. He's a rare bird.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, he's bird, right?
Fox in Philadelphia. Just gotta say that.
But even though we respect these men, like I said, they put their nose in our business, the same as Nate. See, Nate Steele didn't have to get involved. I mean, Tony Sane was being a good person, came down to check on Riku, and all of a sudden, there's Nate Steele. And you know what? People say that we're the bad guy, Tom. People say that we're the bad guy.
We're the bad guys.
So it sounds like almost Tuesday's show with William Renee, where everyone, was saying all these things about William Renee over the past year, and I apparently had it all wrong, and champ, everybody's got it all wrong, myself included, about you guys, and you guys really aren't portrayed as how you've been here these past few months, from what you're telling me.
Yeah,
100%. That's fair. I mean, listen, that's fair. And Tony, obviously, nice to meet you. I'm going to put up the posters for your matches coming up here in a second. And certainly the reason we're here is obviously in part because of what you did to Nate Steele. You're going to be in the ring in about 21 hours or so from now against him. And I mean, once and for all, you get a chance to square yourself with a big victory over Nate Steele and go and maybe claim more gold for your brothers here in the draw. And it's quite a draw that you have in front of you, and set the tables for what can we expect here.
I mean,
look at what I've already done. I've been in ring for what, 3-4 months.
Let's talk about
3.5 months.
Gold already.
Mm-hmm. Let them know.
So I mean,
the internet.
Everything that he has done to me, I'm just so excited to actually get a hold of him.
Especially because of the fact that
he has no chance to hide this time.
Yeah, I was going to say that, and also especially because we know that you have an opportunity once and for all to almost eliminate him from any shot at any championship. And we know that what that would mean to him. He hasn't had a title or a championship shot in over a decade of any magnitude. And by you tomorrow night getting the job done and, well, drawing a big victory, not only for yourself, but everybody else here in the group, you can then continue further dominance, because that was the word that was brought up by the champion here above the screen. And you can do that and get one step closer to fully being in control of the entire Mountain State coming up with a victory tomorrow.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm ready to get past Nate Steele, be done with him, and then move on and collect some more gold to bring home to the draw. I mean, that's like it was said, dominance, and that's what we're here for.
Absolutely. You guys have definitely done that. Yeah, there's no question that that's going to take place. And this is a number one contenders match for the Mountain State Championship. But I'll come back to what'll happen in that match that could potentially be decided tomorrow, where who Mr. Sane could be facing. But I'm going to go to you, Wyatt Black, because anytime you are here with the microphone, you definitely do not disappoint. And what a last few weeks for you. You know, you pin this guy, Day Jameson, who everybody talks about. I want to do this with him. I want to wrestle here with him. And Lee Moriarty this, Lee Moriarty that. And this guy that was Fuego del Sol that. And, well, you're the guy to capture that tag team championship that you're holding. You pinned this guy. And on top of that, you got a women's championship on your other shoulder. And, I mean, this should really tonight, as I said when Courtney was here a few days ago, be a celebration, a coronation for a king, sir. And you have the floor now.
Okay, so I just want to, first off, like everybody else did, I want to thank you for giving us this time. Honestly, it's always an honor to be on Sportzwire Radio and to, have you give us this opportunity. But this time that I'm here, I am a lot heavier with gold, drowning in it, if I may say. And I told you this was going to happen, Tom. The first time that we interacted, the first time that I was on Sportswire Radio, kind of being fed my messages through a certain pig. But we won't get into that. I mean, when we were in there, I told you I was going to be champion, and it wasn't going to be just for 3 minutes. It was going to be for real this time. And what's more real than being champion for 2 weeks now?
Yeah, and you've captured the women's championship.
And
you've captured that too.
Riku, honestly, I'll give her props. She has fought so hard and has been the best women's wrestler in this company. But to be honest, besides Phoebe Harper, that's really not hard to do in this company. I mean, so Riku, she was parading around with the title saying that everybody did this for her and she did it for the fans. And we all know who she did it for. She did it for herself because she is selfish. So I had to teach her a life lesson since her, for a lack of a better term, piece of a shit father couldn't do it for her.
I'm not going down that road. We've talked about this on prior shows. I'll let you say it.
And I kicked her down the stairs, broke her cankles in the process. And now I am your first ever men's WWF Women's Champion.
Well, that's that's certainly a feat in itself, and congratulations. But I got to ask you before I go back to the champion. And you made a good point. You first came on here almost 7 months ago, right? We were talking, and people kind of looked at you on the screen, and they didn't believe, right? They didn't believe that you could have gone on and did all these things. Do you feel vindicated now? Do you feel that the way things have shaped up, that, you know what? I mean, look at who you've beaten. Look at who you've beaten time and time again. over these past several months. Youngest hybrid champion in history. You're the men's, women's champion. You've got tag gold. You've defeated the likes of Damian Abel, Wildcat, Judo Jones. I mean, Dave Jamieson. Quite an accomplishment. A man that people talk about in this place and that place. So do you feel vindicated after everything you went through originally to where you are today, champ?
I feel, honestly, and this is from a personal aspect.
Sure.
Aaron James and Tony Sane know this for a fact. I have been through a lot in my career. In the almost 2-year career that I have had, I have been through a lot of ups and a lot of downs. But I've persevered, and I've made it known that I'm not quitting. We've had many people, especially in this company and in this business alone.
I had guys on my platform from outside places that kind of looked at you and were like, oh, what's his name? The controversy king. And they kind of, scoffed. But look at where you are now. You know what I'm saying? Look at where you are today. And you're really on top of the mountain. Literally, you're on top of the mountain right now.
Well, and that's the thing. Many people in this business say that it's so easy to become a professional wrestler, that being a professional wrestler is the easiest sport in all of sports. But to be honest, it's not. And many people couldn't take that. Many people couldn't take the physical and mental abuse that this business gives to you. But you know who did take that? I did. Everyone who snickered about me being the controversy king, even the controversial one, and whatever the other one was.
Yeah, Anthony Steele. Yeah. Cato was more humble about it. Anthony Steele is the one you're referring to.
I'll give Cato his props and Steele because I don't.
Cato's in the Carnage Cup actually against Madman Pondo. We don't want to go there with Cato. Exactly. But Anthony Steele was a man that he kind of scoffed at you a little bit, but he's got his own things to worry about. No shade there.
People doubted what I could do because of my age. Even yourself did it because even when we first started, you were like, "Oh, when's your bedtime? When are you gonna go to school?"
You were here on a Wednesday night at like 11 o'clock. I mean, that would be. I think anybody objectively wanted to make sure that you weren't gonna miss school. Anybody objectively wanted to make sure you were going to do the best you can to stay and get your ABCs done. But hey, listen, at the end of the day, you're the guy that's on this poster. You're the guy that's got this championship. I'm going to put the WVWF links up here in a minute so people can follow. But I want to go back to the champion, the man that sits on top, Aaron James. A lot of people are going to say about tomorrow night's match that you and Wyatt are going to have with Cease and Desist, that the reason you guys are going to retain these championships is because of you yourself. What do you say to that? What do you say? And even the Cat may want to hear about this. I mean, Cat certainly, they're good at hearing. But I mean, what do you say to that? That basically, really, you're going to be the reason that the draw continues to draw those tag team championships here in the WVWF on your shoulders.
I would say that in a way they're right, but in a way that they're wrong. I'm not going to sit here and back away from the fact that I'm a very decorated leader. Obviously, you've seen with the Syndicate. Everybody knows. Yeah. However, Wyatt Black has worked his ass off for 2 years to get where this man is today. I believe that on his half, he has grown in not only maturity, but as a wrestler, as a man, as a person, and he's ready. He's been training his ass off. The same thing with Tony Sane. Tony Sane's only been in the game for a few months. He's only had 4 or 5 matches, but Tony's damn good. He's damn good. And obviously, they won the tag team championships themselves, not me. I didn't have to win it for them.
No, obviously, but I think the question is, you're in the match tomorrow because of the Freebird rule.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And some people may feel. I know Courtney was adamant about that on Wednesday's show, so I wanted to ask your perspective because we're equally honored to have you here. You are the champion, and it's very much an honor to have you on the platform.
I appreciate that.
I was curious on what you thought about that, and what people may say going forward, that it's because you're in this match tomorrow that you guys are going to continue to draw those titles around your shoulders.
I mean, I'm going to do everything that I can.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to do my best to make sure that we retain, that we continue to be the gold standard for WVWF. You know what I mean? Sorry, my foot's in there.
That's okay. No, listen,
but,
you are the champion. You can do whatever and say that you want, you know.
But no, Wyatt Black is going to make a very substantial partner. Like I said, he's worked very, very hard for this. I'm not going to say it here and say that I might not have my part in it. But ultimately, I think that it's going to be a very big team effort. I think that we're ready, we're prepared, and whatever cease and desist has coming for us, we'll be able to shoot it down.
Tony, I want to ask you this question. You've now been in the group for a couple months. Your career has skyrocketed since you obviously joined, and we knew all along that was the plan. But what has it been like learning from Aaron James, the champion, the man that sits on top? What have you gained from basically being under his tutelage?
I mean, who else would you want to train under? You'd want to train under the most decorated champion, one of the longest reigning champions.
The longest.
I mean, and not only that, exactly. So also getting to work alongside with Wyatt Black and getting to do stuff with him. I mean, the three of us, we're more magic. I mean, that's the best way to put it.
Well, that's why the magic is here. And if you are here, hit the sub button for the WVWF, and you can do that there. And Wyatt Black, I want to ask you. There's a lot of things I could ask you, but I do want to ask you. And I mean, right now you've got cease and desist coming up. Now, this is a match a few months in the making. They've kind of stuck their nose in your guys' business a few times, and I mean, these guys are outsiders. You've now made your bones here in the WVWF. We have talked about this before, right? We have talked about that this is a company that you've helped build. You've grown and matured here. These guys, a rare bird and a hype man, they've gone here, they've gone there, but this is your home. This is a big next few weeks for the WVWF. We've got this weekend, then we've got next weekend, and then we've got another show 2 weekends later. And if you really want to go and be more in terms of the semantics, by next Saturday, it'll be 3 shows in 4 weeks. The WVWF has exploded in engagements, in fans, and you have been at the center of that. So you might want to send a message right now to cease and desist that these outsiders should maybe go focus somewhere else. And that's why you're going to keep those tag team champions, because you've helped the WVWF grow in show after show.
You know, Tom, the thing with Chris Phoenix and Dan Lasers is I knew them long before they came into WVWF.
You did. That's correct. You did.
When they came into that one other company that
shall not name
that moved off of our building, you know, I saw and Dan's potential. I saw who they are. They are one hell of a competitor. Like,
I agree with that. No, absolutely.
Dominant. But see, the thing is you have Aaron James, who is, you know, the sharpshooter of the draw. His finisher is named the kill shot for a reason. And then you got me and the professional bird hunter that I'm going to be when I shoot Chris Phoenix out of the sky, out of the mountain that he is trying to climb, and take these tag titles back home, because this is a message to myself that everything that I have been through has been worth it. You know, I've been through dictators in the indie business. I've been through multiple of people telling me I can't make it, that I don't belong here. And you know, this tells me that I am. And I'm not WVWF tag team champion just because I'm a part of a clique. I'm WVWF tag team champion because me, Tony Sane, and Aaron James are the best in this business, plain and simple.
And I'll tell you what, listen, you've been at this just over a year, and you've claimed championship after championship. You're a part of a place that's running 3 shows in 4 weeks. 3 shows in 4 weeks. I mean, take a step back at how impressive that is. As a matter of fact, you guys are doing that twice in a span of a month. Because if you think about it, the 13th, the 27th, and the 4th, and then if you want to go even further in the time machine, 27th, October 4th, October 18th. I mean, what you guys continue to do in the Richardson building. I mean, this is the house that the draw has built. I mean, this is certainly what you guys have done. This is the house that the draw has built. And that's why you need to follow the WVWF. You need to hit that sub button for me on YouTube, follow them on Facebook, and you want to buy a ticket coming up to tomorrow's show, you still have that opportunity. So if you're nearby, you can do that. Yes, Wyatt.
Definitely. If you have nothing to do, which if you live in Parkersburg, West Virginia, the majority of you guys have nothing to do on a Saturday night. Come watch greatness be.
I even said, listen, I wish I lived near 325 Steps. I have it ingrained in my head. I have that address permanently ingrained because I have said it so many times the last 6 months.
I'm going to be honest with you, Tom. If you ever, get the gumption to do so, and if we can figure things out on me, I would.
Well, you don't have to do it on me. Trust me, my account is large enough. It's right. My gum is inflamed, but that's a different show for a different time. But you know what? I think it's a good time for me to present something for you guys. I have something for you. I know there's people here in the chat that want to talk with you, but I'm going to do it here now because I think it's the right time while I have a chance. And it's your day, fellas. Congratulations. It's your day. I will give you all the physical copy. Yep.
Third one, by the way. Bro, I'm just racking them up.
Yeah, you know what?
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame days in your, column. I'm sure you'll all be in the Hall of Fame by the next appearance next month. I'm sure if you decide to come back and, on all our platforms, it's your day because listen, it's the season of fall, right? I mean, and what better way to kick the fall season off on Sportswire than have the draw, the bigger draws here on a Friday night. I mean, I couldn't think of a better way to have you guys and start the season, and there you have it. I mean, just. Yes.
Thank you.
Before we get to the comments.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. I just want to lay everything out here.
Yes, do that.
Tomorrow, September 27th, at the Richardson Building, Sam versus Nate Steele in his 5th match ever. By the way, you have me and Aaron James taking on Cease and Desist. And I just want to touch on something with Aaron James. Aaron James is not only the longest WVWF tag team
world champion.
Sorry, my bad.
I got so many accolades. It's fun.
I've been on too much of the sparkling grape juice.
I don't blame you. Listen, you certainly should be celebrating more than any Major League Baseball team going into the playoffs this week. I mean, that's for sure.
I look at it as we have grown not only as a company, but we have grown as an industry in West Virginia. You've seen how we were. No offense to how we were beforehand, but WVW insert random letter before WVWF was not the best.
Yep.
Okay, but we came in and we showed that we belong up in the ranks of West Virginian wrestling. And,
absolutely. You guys are, to me, right up there with, the WDWA, and you guys are right up there, when Enterprise and Amplified used to run at Rocky's Pizza, which they haven't done recently. No question. And I would even say you guys are running almost every week. I mean, think about that, right?
You know who
3 shows in 4 weeks. I've done it multiple times. This is definitely the house that the drawer is built.
And we're the best company in this industry. And not to toot my own horn, but that is the realest shoot that you're going to get.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm watching you guys more than WWE these days. I mean, that's for sure. I haven't I haven't watched much WWE these days.
We're not predictable.
I couldn't tell you that much about it, but what I can tell you is that it's your day, and I have some people here in the chat. I want to get to them, so let's do that. Absolutely. Hello. Thank you, Zilla. Zilla's very excited about this one. Thank you, Zilla.
Zilla.
Yeah, Zilla's been very excited about this one. We were hyping at least you go up and you surprised us with the rest of the group, which was kind of a neat moment. And there you go. Well, it's the draw now, but our friends from the great state of Ohio, Mr. Hubie Jenkins, wanted to say hello, and he subbed to you guys, which he wanted to say in the next point.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, he did hit the sub button, and Zill is excited,
Awesome.
and yeah, he's near Cleveland, so I think he knows a thing or two about getting to where you guys are in Parkersburg. Yes, hello to Wyatt, West Virginia. Yes, want to say hello to our friend Princess Jade, who's in the house. And speaking of people who are not going to be as kind in the chat, Courtney Wood has arrived.
Oh boy.
Get her
She
off
wants to say it's about time. Well, she actually got a couple of good and bad comments. Let's go with maybe the good first. It's about time the double champ, the most dominant and intelligent champion in WWF history, Chaos
Oh, that's so nice.
incarnate, Aaron goddamn James is on here. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this for a while. I mean, it's, I've had almost everybody on. We were speaking about this off the air. We've had almost everybody in the WWF here the last half a year, and now we've got the man that sits on top of the mountain, literally. And yeah, we're just as honored. And there you go. And also, she wants to say it's cool to hear Tony saying, "Speak the truth. Thank you for helping Riku. She's very clumsy." I mean, why? This is the second time now that you've certainly put Riku on the shelf. I mean, what do you think this time Riku gets the point, or is she gonna find a way to come back? What's your opinion on that, champ?
Gonna find a way to come back and crawl for the title she's always earned, and yada yada yada. Insert somber story 45. It's the same story every single time. And this time, I don't have Carl. She doesn't have Carl. It's just me and her. So if she wants to come back, if she can walk, and
great question.
This back, she can. But I hope she knows that I am not going to stop until her blood is on my hands.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Riku St. Helen comes back anytime soon, that could be a promise. And we'll certainly say hello to Courtney again. Wyatt Black, we've talked about this plenty. Wyatt Black was never the hybrid champion and will only keep that tag title because of Aaron James.
Oh, God.
Courtney, you're killing me here. You're killing me here.
Well, we'll have to, I'm sure, get some more comments. The Prodigy wanted to say hello and say, well, it's time to respect the draw. I'll insert the draw and say congratulations to the new tag team champions. Yes, congrats to the new champions. Really happy.
Since we keep bringing it up, and not to dog on anyone, but we're more than just someone that is, dragged along by this figure that nobody knew, that nobody talked about. We're not that anymore. And
I'll tell you what, I think you guys as a leaner group were more dominant. I mean, dominance was the word that the champion used tonight. And I think the three of you together are more dominant than when you had bigger numbers. When you had bigger numbers and outside, who knows what were pulling the strings. I think right now, you guys are more dominant. And I think sometimes it's leaner. I mean, listen, you got it right now. I'll tell you what. And that's why you need to hit the sub button for the WVWF. And thank you, Hubie, for doing that. 2 more subs tonight. Let's get 2 more subs for the WWF. I want to say hello to Ox McCoy, the IMF Hardcore Champion. And obviously, speaking to people on the shelf, we had got the announcement that Omen Black is not wrestling tomorrow to defend his championship. Wish him well. I'm sure Ox will have something to say about that at a different time. And congratulations to the guys on winning those tag team championships. And also, Aaron James is a bona fide WVWF Hall of Famer without a doubt, and someone I respect. Wyatt Black and Tony Sane, I'll fix this, are the future of the WVWF.
Can you find Dick Ryder?
I am going to say next comment. I am going to say thank you, though, for the comment. And yes, thank you, Jade. And okay, fair enough. I mean, so listen, you guys have been very impressive. But is there any goals for you guys? I mean, let's say, all right, you're going to win, Tony, tomorrow, right? You're going to win tomorrow. You don't care what happens between Chase Maddox or Dax Preacher. You guys are going to retain these tag team championships tomorrow. Doesn't matter who, doesn't matter how. You guys are going to do that. But is there any other goals for you guys coming up?
Okay, so I'll answer first.
Sure.
For me, the goal is to honestly just keep doing what I'm doing. Retain the WWF tag team titles. Maybe get another title on my shoulder. We all know that I've beat James Enoch before. We all know that it's happened. So I could become a hybrid champion. But I want to just ask the world champion question real quick. Do we want to give them a little insight to the stuff that's going to happen tomorrow? We want to maybe.
I think the people going to the Richardson building should be the ones to find that out. We're here worldwide. I mean, so I think that ultimately, don't spoil what's ahead. I mean, you certainly wouldn't want to.
Anything. It's just, I was thinking maybe we should give them something to, walk in for, because from what I've seen, the opening match of tomorrow night is going to be heavy. Okay. So if Aaron James wants to reveal that, he can. If not,
I mean, obviously, we'll have to stay tuned. I do know that on the rest of the card, you did bring up the hybrid championship, and that is certainly a situation that will play itself out. We've got Cody Maverick and Ryan Steele. Obviously, who knows what happens there? Cody Maverick had said his side of the story. We have a Phoebe Harper open challenge. Now, that remains to be seen who would actually answer that. I know for one, Hype Man Dan Lasers is not answering that because, well, Phoebe Harper's pinned him already. So, I mean, he's definitely not answering that one. You guys have him coming up. We spoke about Chase Maddox and Dax Preacher. You guys are in action. So, I mean, there's a lot already on this card, which is also why you want to follow the WVWF on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Stay up to date with the WVWF.
Yeah, 100%. To answer your question from my half, taking myself outside of the wrestler position here.
Sure.
It's honestly just to put on the best shows that we possibly can. Like you said, we're running so many shows this month, following into the next month. Things have been hectic. I think the main thing for us is to, like I said earlier, continue to be the gold standard. Like you said, this is our home. This is a place that we represent. This is the one place that we all have to really genuinely feel at home. And I refuse to have that taken away from me the same way that these boys probably have it, refuse to take it away from them. So I think just staying on top, collecting more gold. I mean, Collective wants to talk out there, the belt collectors and whatever.
It's funny about that, right? Because William Renee was on here and he was basically telling us the same thing, that, listen, I mean, we saw what happened with Tafua and Enoch. Tafua couldn't get the job done. I know Enoch's a separate situation, but I mean, you guys beat Ampo and Dave Jamieson for the tag titles. I mean, the Banana Man Lestat's a different entity, but I mean, the Collective have talked about, we're the belt collectors, but you guys are on here tonight, and you are that definition of belt collectors because you got the world title. You're also a tag champ. You're a tag champ also. Wyatt, you've been a former hybrid champion, right? You're a tag and a women's champion, or a women's champion. I mean, so you guys are that definition of belt collectors.
No bounds. Gender equality. Gender knows no bounds.
It's funny. I did use on Wednesday's show equal opportunities. I did use that equal opportunity
fights. May I say?
You know what? I did use that, and I'm glad that somebody caught on that. But no, I mean, listen. I think that's a good point that the champ made. That what, the Collective came on here weeks ago and pounded their chest, but it's you guys that have done it only in one place, because you don't need to go to other places, because you're dominating, you're building the Richardson building into the draw.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
About the Collective. I pinned Dave Jamieson, right?
I unbelievable victory. A man that has talked about Lee Moriarty. I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it here in front of you, because everyone's talking about, Lee versus Dave. But Wyatt Black, do you now deserve that match with Lee Moriarty?
Oh, I deserve a match with everyone. Give me Rhino. Honestly, give me anybody.
Well, I mean, if Horsepower is wrestling him again, I mean, maybe you should get that shot.
Isn't that the most job indie name you've ever heard?
Well, I mean, I have the man's phone number. Maybe I should let you give him a call and ask him about that. You never know. Maybe he will come to Richardson.
You show some respect to the man that defeated Rhino. All right.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Listen, you know what? Let's see if he runs out of horsepower. But listen, I think the point is that everyone talks about Jay Jameson versus this person, that person. You just pinned him. So really, maybe now it's time to say Wyatt Black versus this person and that person. And
I mean,
you know,
out here, my dream opponent, and this is 100% personal. My dream opponent is for one day to go up against, let's say, Ken Anderson.
whoa, Ken Anderson, a man that Mr. Anderson. I mean, wow. I mean, a man that certainly is quite a legend in our sport.
Yeah.
Since I pinned Jay Jameson, and in the unspoken rules of independent professional wrestling, doesn't that technically mean I get a shot at the USWA Keystone Championship?
You know what? That is certainly an interesting point because you had defeated Jay Jameson, and we saw that the USWA Championship, the Universal title, was defended here in the WWF, and I'm sure that is a very valid point. And I don't know when that would take place. You're obviously busy tomorrow, but I think that's a very, very valid point that, objectively speaking, maybe that should be an opportunity you're granted, whether it's coming up soon or not.
Bring them all.
I'll tell you what.
Wyatt Black.
I'll tell you what. I mean,
I'll fight everyone.
well, you know what? Well, do you got any goals, Tony? You got any goals? You got any goals, Tony?
Silence.
The internet's trying to figure itself out.
Okay, well, you know what? That's fine.
Wi-Fi.
Okay, well, you know what? We'll try to figure that out. Obviously, Ampo's Wi-Fi is infected Tony Sains. You know what? There we go. There's Tony. I think Tony's
We
here
love you,
now.
Tony. We love you, buddy.
Okay, we'll try to get back to Tony. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to give you guys this opportunity. Do you guys have any final words for cease and desist coming up here? Is there any final words you have for them?
Wyatt?
Okay, so final words. All right. Chris Phoenix, Dan Lasers, like I've said in the past, you guys have buttload of talent. You guys have proved everybody wrong. And you guys have, arose from the ashes, no pun intended. And I respect that. But it's also the fact of you guys took another opportunity all the way in Philadelphia over, competing in the finals. And then you come back and you demand your title shot. And it's just like, that doesn't sit right with me. See, you had that chance, even though we were still going to win either way. But you had that chance to become champion. And now because you won a match, but you didn't show up for the finals, you deserve your opportunity. I think that's a little bullcrap. But, because I'm a fighting champion, and unlike James Enoch and Damian Abel, we're actually going to defend these titles. We're going to make them relevant. We're not going to put them on our, mantle and just leave them there and let them collect dust. We're going to shine these puppies up, and we're going to defend them everywhere we go. I don't care where I defend them. Honestly, we'll go anywhere.
Well, those are some strong words there. I mean, Champ, do you have any final words for cease and desist before I get to something else?
Hope you boys are ready. I hope that you have said your prayers to your gods and eaten your Flintstone vitamins and whatever you need to do to get yourself right before you step into the ring with Wyatt Black. Or it's not going to go good for you. You guys are truly great. You guys, we have talked many times. You know what this is, and you know it's not going to go good for you. Just be ready. Be ready. I know that we are.
Well, I think a rare bird might become a member of the endangered species group if you guys have your way tomorrow. That's for sure. And Courtney does want to see Wyatt Black versus Rhino. And I mean, if you want, I can give you the man's phone number. I will give you the phone number. If you'd like to wrestle him, I will give you his phone number when we're off the air. I can't say his phone number here.
To back up, I was a little ambitious.
Okay, you sure? You sure about that? Because I could give you the number if we would like that opportunity. I'm sure that the man would be interested,
I
depending
have
on.
my organs intact. You know.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
That lovable Lester, I hooked that up for you real quick. You know he would.
I'll tell you what, I
You
can
know he
certainly.
would.
I've interviewed the man. I have his phone number. I have screenshots of conversations with him. I can do it. I can do it if you like. You tell me. Just we can talk about it off the air. I don't know if you're here with us, Tony, now. But if you want to say anything while we have you before I get to something that's gonna, I'm sure, surprise you guys here in a minute. But go ahead, Tony.
Name again. Fourth.
Okay, I think Tony, we're gonna just. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Do you have anything you want to say? Anything you want to say while I have you
I'd
here?
say just go ahead. I mean, the guys pretty much said everything.
Okay, good enough. Now, gentlemen, I have received this, which I am instructed to give you guys. I have a message that I don't know what the message is, but I have received a message, and I have to play it before we get to closing thoughts. I just received this message. Now, it's been certainly a very eventful night tonight. We've certainly drawn a lot of blood that you're going to certainly, I'm sure, unleash or untap from your opponents. But I have received this video that I don't know what it is, but I have to play it because I'm instructed to. So if, with your permission, could I share my screen and play this video? I don't even know what the video is like. I don't know what it is. Could I play this video for you guys?
You may get demonetized, Tom. You never know.
You know what? That's a great point, and that could very well spell the end of the platform. But I am told that this is the risk I have to take.
I'm down.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. Well, I guess then we'll do that here because I'm gonna now do it because I am instructed to. So we're gonna play this video here, and for those that are listening and watching in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, once it piles up.
What up?
Oh,
It's your
wait a minute!
boys, the Rare Bird Chris Phoenix, and the Hype Man Dan Lasers, and we are cease and desist, and we got a little message for the draw.
No!
The controversy queen and her dad. Look, come tomorrow night.
No.
We gonna throw down.
You ain't ready.
All titles aside, I just want to get my hands. See, last time y'all found a way to get me out of the match, and I had to go do my own thing. Well, this time,
Which still didn't work, by the way, because I still got the W.
he beat you without me. He don't even need me. He beat you without me. So and I beat you without him. If you don't remember.
I remember.
Now, Aaron James, we ain't never touched gloves. I'm excited to.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. But all that aside, y'all do all this yappy, talking, blah, blah, blah. You know, that ain't free. That ain't free. All that come with consequences. So just remember that when you order the food and the plate come, you can't skip out on the bill.
Nope.
It's gonna be pay up time.
Plus tip.
Oh! Pay up time! Tips!
Yeah.
And that was shocking. Cease and desist. They just threw it down on you guys and brought up past wins and brought up calling you the controversy queen, Wyatt Black, and I mean they're upset. They talked about going out to eat it. Guys, what did we just see?
I love it personally. I love the little love letter that they sent. That's perfect. It's perfect. Our biggest fans. You're like, what's that guy's name that works for that company that Damien goes to? Cross. I mean, I thought he was our biggest fan, but hey, you know what? You know what, Chris and Dan? Shout out to you. Thank you for the love letter. We really appreciate that. Big ups to you guys, man.
Whoa!
Can you define the word dick rider?
We can do that there. We can bring that out. But I mean, that was just I mean, Wyatt Black, that was some fighting words there from the hype man and the rare bird. I mean, that was fighting words.
And that's something I like to see from them, because all the videos that they've been doing have been about being the loving tag team that everybody
being outside and and there's fires outside. Yeah.
dropping bombs, and the thing is I like to see that fight inside of them, but it's just a little bit too late. See, it's a little bit too late to have that fire inside of you, Chris and Dan. You guys do not know the amount of pain you're going to go through, because
What up?
it took a lot for me to become tag team champions. It means a lot for me to be a tag team champion. I'm not going to just lay down and let you take these titles away from me. These are my babies. And there's no way I'm just going to give it up to you. See, I don't just, go off and go to the store to get milk. These are mine for a reason. These are ours for a reason. And Chris and Dan, all it spells for you guys is trouble.
Well, that's definitely what's ahead here tomorrow night in the Richardson Building, 325 7th Street. We were shocked that cease and desist the Rare Bird Chris Phoenix and Hype Man Dan Lasers on route to 325 7th Street sent in this video to warn the draw. The draw. Just shocking. And, I guess we'll have to find out. The guys showed some fire, and they did talk about previous victories. And they've talked about what they've done. But right now, we're going to find out, because it seems to me that could this backfire? Will this be the reason why they get cease and desist and become endangered species here in the Richardson Building? I don't know. But that's another reason why you want to go out there tomorrow night and be there at the WVWF's latest show, Season of Fall. Will it be the fall, the downfall of cease and desist? Will it finally be the downfall of Tony Sane? Will it finally be the downfall of Tony Sane? And what will even be left of Chase Maddox and Dax Preacher? I mean, just in a lumberjack match, who really knows what will happen there? These are reasons why you need to follow the WVWF and go do me a favor and hit the sub button for them. And this will give the physical copy to the guys off the air. And we know now that they're in no mood for talking. The talking is over. And that's why we can't wait for tomorrow and have more coverage here from the fallout of this. We know Cody Maverick's returning with who knows what he has to say. Daniel Tafua, who claims to be back in the WWF, he'll have more words to say. And I know that these three men will have plenty of things to say after the fallout from this weekend show. Let's get to some closing words here. Wyatt Black, you look like you're going to close. Tony, I'm just going to say thank you to him, because I think you got some Wi-Fi issues. So, Wyatt Black, you are the controversy king for a reason. I know your closing words are going to definitely be as you always bring them to.
It's always an honor to be on this platform, and it's always an honor for you to give us this platform to speak out on what we've been through. I know Aaron James especially has been through a lot in his career. He's been through the same things that I'm going through myself. It's a lot of criticism, and it's a lot of people telling you can't be here and that you don't belong here. But I think I have proved the exact opposite. I belong here. This is my thing. I'm not only just being WVWF Tag Team Champion and WVWF Women's Champion. I'm a student. I'm still in high school. I'm in my last year of high school, and I'm still taking all of that and running with it. I have everything in front of me. This is only the beginning of my career, which is crazy to think. This is only the beginning. You could see me in any other place. I could be going to, let's say, Deadlock Pro Wrestling. Maybe go up to New Jersey and go to Creative Pro. You never know where Wyatt Black's going to go after November. The sky is the limit for us.
Listen, I have friends that work in Dreamwave Pro Wrestling, and all the big names go there in Illinois. Maybe you go up to Illinois. Maybe you go, there's many places. You could go and be anywhere.
For closing words, Riku St. Helen, Nate Steele, cease and desist, Courtney Wood, anyone who is in our way. You simply just have to sit and be the good little fan that you are and watch greatness happen. See, because me being WWF Tag Team Champion is not at all the end of my reign. Because I'm looking at the hybrid title. I'm looking at, if Tony Sane doesn't capture it, the Mountain State title. I'm looking at every single title that I can be, and any even titles outside of the company. You got William.
The USWA Keystone State Championship. You zeroed in on that. That was an excellent point. I couldn't agree with you on that more.
And William Renee called me out a couple days. I think it was
yesterday. Said that you watched him when he was the Mountain State Championship. Yeah. You cheered for him, worldwide William Renee.
Which is crazy because I remember watching that on the monitor in the back.
Yeah.
He thinks that I am just a kid. That's all everybody thinks I am. But they're going to think that when they're laying on the mat as I take their title.
You know what? You and worldwide William Renee, that would be, I tell you what, why not you at this point?
I'll take on everybody.
You know what? Worldwide William Renee, I mean, listen, you know what? If he wants some, he's going to come get some. He's got to.
So, with that being said, tomorrow.
Yes.
October 4th, October 11th. Going forward, Aaron James, myself, Wyatt Black, Tony Sane, the draw, the message, the play, the thing that is running this company right now. We are simply going to put it this way. We are going to do what the orchestrator couldn't, and that is completely take over.
You know what? I think the orchestrator, we're looking at the orchestrators right here because these are the three best orchestrators the WVWF has. And I think that's why everybody's excited about what's ahead tomorrow night. And I think that's why we're excited about Tony Sane. We're excited about Wyatt Black and Champ. I want to give you the opportunity to have any final words before tomorrow night. Anything else you want to plug, share, or say? I pass the baton to you here. We're very honored to have you here.
Firstly, the same. Next time you want us, let us know. We are.
Wyatt Black is the one. He's the real orchestrator. So yeah, you guys want to come back anytime. So yeah, I mean that's absolutely. We'll talk about it off the air for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. I guess I want to plug WVWF, man. Yeah, we have tomorrow, the 27th. We're running October 4th, October 11th, and turning around having our all women's show. October 18th.
Which, can I add that MMW does not have any correlation with WVWF other than it running in the building, which means that the storylines are not the same. They are not the same people as they are in WVWF.
Thank you for letting us know that.
Thank you, Wyatt Black, so much for that very thoughtful insight. Anyway, stick around. Stay tuned. We got so much coming up, so much good stuff. We're trying to build up to be the best brand in the entire business and the entire Mid-Ohio.
Yeah, and I think you guys are doing a great job. That Facebook following is up. YouTube, we saw a lot of footage of everybody going out there and training, everybody going out there and putting the work in. We've seen some match footage.
Next one of those, by the way, Aaron James.
Well, we'll have to stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, there's a lot of content people can still watch on there. They can hit the sub button there, and they can find out why they should support the WVWF and why the WVWF is exactly the kind of company that we want to see here on Sportswire Radio, the kind of company that we'd like to see succeed, because I'm about everybody succeeding, and I am all about that, and I don't want to see anybody not succeed. And I think that the moral of the story is guys like Wyatt Black, who may not have gotten maybe the best advice or the best support early on, didn't listen. And now look at where he is. Look at where Tony Sane is, and why, Aaron James is certainly the man at the top of the throne. And there's many other great talents here in the WVWF that I would encourage people to support, whether you're a fan or not. Please follow the company and the product. You would like to say, I hope you guys have a killer show tomorrow night. Do what the WVWF has always done and prove why it's the best show in town. Much respect. Zilla would like to say congratulations. He's still rooting for all of you. And thank you, Jade. And I think that we've spoke plenty. You guys are very busy getting ready for tomorrow night, so I will leave it at that. We will definitely resume this maybe in the next few weeks. And fellas, Congratulations on all of the success. We'll give you the physical copy of the certificate here when we're off the air, and we'll see you soon. And definitely another memorable one here on Sportswire Radio.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there you
Yeah,
have
thank
it.
you.
That was the draw. Thank you, Tony. Yes, Tony, for getting that in there, and definitely at least having a little better than AMPO Wi-Fi here. But yeah, Tony's saying it's not AMPO because he holds gold here at WWF. But we are joined by the draw. We have Tony Sane, of course. He is 1/3 of the WWF Tag Team Champions. He'll be in action tomorrow night against Nate Steele in a #1 contenders match to determine who will face off with the winner of Chase Maddox and Dax Preacher for the Mountain State Championship. Oh, by the way, an Olympic. But that's going to be a doozy. Yeah, definitely. Plenty of tables will be broken, and I'm sure plenty of "don't try this at home" messages for those in the Richmond boat. Wyatt Black, who has certainly made plenty of history, he's the youngest hybrid champion of all time. He's the only women's champion here in WWF. He's also the holder of the tag team championships, and he's going to be in action alongside Aaron James, the man that sits on top of the mountain here in the WWF, also a tag team holder of the gold. And they'll be in action against Cease and Desist's Chris Phoenix and Hype Man Dan Layers, who we heard from just a little while ago. And there'll be other matches here. Phoebe Harper has her open challenge. We've also got Ryan Steele and Maverick, a match that is going to determine who will square off with James Enoch. And we've also got some other stuff to stay tuned for. So please support the WWF. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. I'll be back here tomorrow speaking with a guy named Chase Wakefield from the state of Pennsylvania, not related to anybody named Chase, but he had a wedding where he got married, and he's going to talk about a super show he had. So we'll get into that. A number of things. Yeah, interesting guy, but he'll have to follow you guys up. I don't think he's going to have a good draw with that. But thank you, everybody. That'll be around 9 o'clock Eastern time. But until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the #1 Global Radio, the Sportswire Radio, where all music and wrestling matters. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great